link. I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys. So we're doing the Jolts report stream. Let me know if redirect works. It should work. Also, we're going to get ready to day trade as we always do. Let me know if redirect worked. It should have worked, chat. So, did redirect worked? It should have worked. Oh. Alright, so let's pull this up. Hold on. Right, there's the SPY, there's SoFi. Let me know what charts you're going to have up. Okay, it worked? Cool. Alright, so we're going to get Trade of View up. Or Trade of 8. So there's SoFi. We're definitely going to be watching SoFi. Here's the SPY. I'll probably put like Nvidia chart up. Nvidia just cracked the green. So Nvidia just cracked green. Yeah, we're here. There we go. Alright. Let's get ready. What is this music? I don't know about this music, but hey. Let me know if you like the music. Alright, guys. Big boy Jolts report today. Alright. Yeah, I don't know about this music. Let me know if you like this song. It's a little off, I think, but hey. Alright. Alright. We got this up here. So again, the Jolts report drops at 10 a.m. So the Jolts job opening report drops at 10 a.m. It signals economic growth. Tomorrow's the Fed meeting. It's a major report. So again, signals economic growth through job openings. We will stream the full result live ASAP as soon as released. Expectations are 8.02 million. We also have CB consumer confidence data today, which might influence things as well. Again, my bet is that we're going to trade choppy behavior today. That's the goal. I'll put this up on screen. Let me edit this a little bit so that I can put something on screen and it not be such a big deal. We can still have the SPY up and I can kind of weatherman it like this. There we go. There we go. Let me know if you like that better. Nvidia right above me here. Big upward movement here. I'm probably going to short this, I think. We're up enough. 2 contracts here. We've had really good results the last couple of days. Really good results. Like the last 3 days. 3 days ago, we were very green. The day afterwards, we were very green. And then yesterday, we started really, really red. And then just stayed selective, disciplined, and ended up making some money yesterday. So you'll have to see it. I'm going to take 4 contracts here. We're green in this account. We have been making money so far, and we'll see if we can continue it. Again, my goal today is to trade choppy behavior leading into the Jolts report. The Jolts report signals economic growth. And I think we also have the Fed meeting tomorrow. We've got Microsoft, AMD, big tech earnings today. Tomorrow, Thursday, it's a packed full week. And I think with that said, I think the market's going to move choppy leading into tomorrow at 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. tomorrow is up in the air. Friday, we do have non-farm payrolls and unemployment report. And so I think we could have choppy behavior. I think what I'm going to be looking for is the same thing I've been looking for the last few days, which is I'm going to be looking for up, down, up, down, up, down. And again, it's very simple. I'm going to look to short the top, buy the bottom, mostly buy the bottom and cover at the top is really what I'm going to be looking for. Attack choppy indecisiveness ahead of these big economic reports. And then again, we're going to cover it as soon as it drops. I don't want to get caught in a breakout here though, so I just got to be prepped. SoFi pulling back a little bit now. We're basically flat here. First little trade. I don't want to take too big of positions. The last couple days, we've been very green since the opening bell, but leading into the open, we lost a little bit yesterday morning. I don't want to do that again today, and so the goal is just to keep it small today leading into the opening bell, and then once we do, attack some chop. If we get it. I think it's a high probability choppy day leading into major economic reports, and I think the edge for attacking choppy sideways action is pretty high. What do you guys think? We're also going to do a poll here. Nvidia is what's dragging the market up, though. All right, we're back down to flat. All right, now we're completely flat. See what the chat says. What's your expectation on SoFi today? I'm not sure. I'm in SoFi. It's up a nice amount leading into the earnings. After their earnings call today, it's still green and holding, and so I'm hoping we get bullish activity into the opening bell today for it. But again, I'm probably just going to stay in it regardless of what happens, unless it has some crazy drop. I'm most likely just going to stay in this thing and hope to make money from it. But yeah. We'll see. What do you guys think SoFi does at the opening bell? Again, what are your expectations for Jolts? Let me do a poll. We're flat on this trade, so I might have time to throw a poll up. All right, so expectations are for 8.02 million. What do you guys think? I'll put a timer up as well. So there's the poll. We'll get a timer up like we always do here. There we go. We're green. Let's see if we hold it. We still got 51.5 minutes or so until the job report drops. Again, the job is just every day since the opening bell, we've been very accurate. Like yesterday after the opening bell, we ended up making a lot of green trades. But before the opening bell, we lost a couple $100. And I don't want to get stuck in those losses today. So the job is to keep it light leading into that. And, you know, we'll take a small trade, see if we get a reversal here. But the goal is to not risk too much. And, not get greedy in pre-market right now. And then after the opening bell, we're going to have about a 30-minute period of time in which we have until the Jolts report drops. And so after the opening bell, we'll have a little bit of choppy potential. And if we do, that's what we're going to attack, you know. But again, job is to limit risk, trade small, see if we can keep growing this account. This is a 50K funded account. There we go. I'm going to limit my risk up here at the top just because I can. It'll make me a little bit more loose with this. A cat bounce. We'll add a little bit more to this maybe if we keep you looking good. I was going to add, but now we bounce back up. We're red. I don't want to add to a losing position. SoFi still going sideways. Again, I think the thing to watch right now is really Nvidia here. Nvidia is going to be the big question. It pulled back to that previous close, and then it bounced, and now it's kind of coming back down a little bit. But Nvidia is going to move the market. Again, we also have Microsoft, AMD earnings today. Microsoft about to break pre-market highs, too. And Nvidia running up a little bit also here. So we're basically completely flat on the day. Again, yesterday we lost hundreds leading into the opening bell, and so I just don't want to do that today. I'm going to cut this, and we're going to get out completely break even. The reason I'm cutting this is because look at Nvidia rise. I think this is probably going to go up just based off of how much Nvidia is up over the last 30 seconds. Microsoft recently just broke highs of the day as well. Tesla's testing the volume weighted average price. AMD is still red on the day, or still technically green, but not as green. So we do have a lot of, interest there. Let's see. So I'm trying to build this code. This week should define if SPY recovers or goes below 540. Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest week we've had in a long time. With that said, though, look at Nvidia start to rise. So look at Nvidia start to rise. So Nvidia making these big moves all the way up here at almost 112s. And again, I think Nvidia is leading the market. That's why I cut my short position up here. If we push up too much, maybe we'll add to our short again. We'll try. All right, so we're gonna short up here. So we got 4 contracts short. We will add a couple contracts if we look good enough to, at least. All right, so that's it. We got 6 contracts. Here we go. We're green. At least we were for a second. Now we're green again. Oof. Nvidia start to bounce more. We're still slightly green, but I took a little bit off. Again, job is to build up a small cushion first on the day and then take larger risks after the opening bell. We got a little bit of room. We could let this run, and if we go red, it's not the end of the world. Nice, Sam. Nvidia rises to 0.2% above previous close. I mean, we're looking at, short-term movements here. And so we might call a lot of things big moves short-term, but long-term they're small, and that's the nature of stocks, we still got 4 low contracts here. We're going to try to take a longer-term range-bound trade here. The problem, though, is Microsoft is actually starting to rise. Nvidia is up there, though, and it does look strong. I don't want to hold through this either. Although we do have a little correctional thing here. Let's see. SoFi still holding strong, though. SoFi still at 750 plus. So it's trying to make moves for SoFi. It's still holding up there. See the NASDAQ. All right, so we're still flat here, but we're in the position overall. All right, there we go. I took half off. Patience. Got a little dip. Tracement here. Alright, so we got 3 contracts again. We added to our winning position here. See if we get a larger gain. There we we go. Alright, so we're green. We just cut it. We got a small little green trade. We're just, again, my job is to build up a cushion leading into the opening bell if we can. Just to show you guys like my results yesterday. Right, so I'll show you guys this week so far in my trading on Trade of 8. We did pretty good. I'll show you the last 2 days. Wait, today is, okay. Was it last week that I made money? Yeah, so that's what it was. So it was up until last week. Yeah, so again, this is my P&L gains from the 26th to the 30th. So a 4-day period. It's pretty small gains, just to put it into perspective. But the goal is to build this account up. And it looks like we got out of our short in time too, because we're starting to push up. This is my actual stats day trading over the last 3 days, really. And so I'll put this up so you guys can see it. We are running 77% accuracy in our funded account. You can kind of see our winning trades widely outnumber our losing trades. So again, about 77% accuracy. We are up gross $351. $351. So pretty good accuracy, 77% accuracy, 350. So our strategies have worked, right? Our strategies have worked. And I think, again, a big part of my strategy system here is selectivity. Like, I just have to be selective. I can't push too hard and go crazy. I've got to be pretty sideways, pretty neutral, pretty selective, and wait for the opportune moments. Because, again, what I've really been doing is attacking trends, right? I've been attacking different forms and various forms of trends. But it's a little bit different than a lot of people trade. You know, a lot of people target like breakouts and excitement and momentum and all this stuff. And that's fine. I target that stuff too sometimes. But something else I've been targeting on top of that is days in which the market is indecisive. And so I've been targeting indecisive days. And the way I've been finding those days is just waiting for big economic reports, big economic releases, FOMC meetings, earnings, major economic reports dropping. And then leading up to those reports, you know, preceding those reports, not after those reports, but before those reports, the market a lot of the time is neutral. It's flat. It's choppy. It goes up and down and up and down and up and down. And so if I could identify when the market will probably be like this, again, it's very easy to make money in these moments, and that's kind of why my accuracy rate is so high, because all I can do, all I have to do is wait, buy the bottom, sell the top, you know. And again, it's that simple. So, you know, I posted a short about this, and somebody was like, "Oh, you know, so you're telling me to buy the bottom and sell the top?" It's like, yes, that's every major strategy. You can simplify any strategy down to buy low, sell high, right? But this one's much more nuanced than that. You got to be selective, disciplined. You got to wait. You know, there's a very famous quote: money is not made in trading, money is made in the waiting. And especially with the system that I've been talking about here for the last couple of weeks, I think that's very, very true. Very, very true. FOMC meetings tomorrow at 2 p.m. Beginner trading, can you explain a concept to me? Do shorts mostly leave Nvidia after dragging the price down and covering, or do many you think stay in their short squeeze potential? I don't think Nvidia is getting shorted like that. I think there's a lot of shorts in Nvidia, don't get me wrong, but I think you're looking at it like, I think you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. I think your perspective here is that every time a stock drops like Nvidia has dropped over the last few weeks, that it's shorts for like however keeping Nvidia down and pushing it down. And I think it's more so than shorts are going to influence Nvidia in any significant way. The main reason Nvidia is dropping is not from short traders, it's from sellers, like from people that are selling their long positions out of fear, because they've roted up a massive amount over the last few years. If you look at Nvidia's chart over like a weekly chart, Nvidia is up huge amounts. And so like investors that have bought this thing up here and way back here, When this thing starts to rise and rise and rise and then starts to make a pullback, they're afraid it's going to correct and come all the way back down. So they're afraid that they're going to ride it up and then it's going to come back down and they're going to be net neutral. They're going to be flat. And so instead, what they do is they start selling when we get these pullbacks, and then they might add it back when it dips, but they're trying to lock in profits. So this is mostly a profit-taking pullback, more so than a short pullback. I think some negative news has come out, and that scared people, and so people in that regard are in turn like fearing Nvidia's correction here, and I think that's what we're seeing more than shorts targeting it. I think there's some shorts involved, but I don't think they have that type of influence over Nvidia to push it down in that way. I think there's way more long traders than short in Nvidia. Yeah, so exactly what Rich says. The shorts are hedging their long positions and are typically in options. Right. Spot on, John. Buy red when blood's running in the streets. Yeah, for sure. Sell green when everybody else FOMO's in. 100%. Yeah, I'm John Madden over here. Crisis. Yeah, I mean, options are how a lot of people are. If you're looking to short Nvidia, most people are going to de-risk with options. What I mean by that is, like, if you're holding shares, your risk is a lot. If you're holding a put option, you're risking what you're spending on that put option. So your risk is very specifically defined, right? And you're not risking more than that, as opposed to like holding shares short in Nvidia where your risk is unlimited. Yeah, just to put it out, I don't ever post to Discord or anything like that. Like, I don't ever use Discord or post on it, unfortunately. You could join it, but like some people have joined and they'll be like, this guy's not even reporting market news. And it's like, hey, I don't even post on the Discord, bro. I mean, I'll post on it, but not like that. Like, Discord is mostly meant for me to communicate with like contractors and partners and stuff. All right, guys, we got 7 minutes until the stock market opens. 7 minutes. The Jolts report drops at 10 a.m. Eastern. It is an absolutely huge report you want to pay attention to. Be ready, chat. The Jolts report drops. We're going to watch SoFi as well here. Would you guys rather me be smaller and have more charts up, or me be big and have less charts up? Again, we covered SoFi earnings this morning. We're in SoFi. We made money on it. SoFi is up, testing that high of the range here. I guess I could also probably do something like this and maybe shrink myself a little bit and then put like more than one chart up. I guess I could put myself over here. Yeah, I'll try to do this. Is this better? Let me know if you guys like this better. DJ Cook, what do you think? Selling any? The SEC no longer considers Solana a security? Really? All right, so we're going to put Nvidia and SoFi up on the right side. All right, guys, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Do you think Nvidia is low enough for you to buy more? I mean, I think there's an argument for it. I don't know if it's good or bad to buy more. I'm definitely not telling anybody to buy or sell more. And remember, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Understand the implications of CFTC 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have limitations, guys. Understand all that stuff. I do trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. But I think there's an argument for it. I think when you look at like long-term trend here, again, I'm going to short the top up here as well. Here we go. I'm going to add more to this. It's for green. And then we'll take half off just to protect it. Take a little bit more off here. Scalping. And we're going to cover. All right, so we're up about 40 bucks on the day. I think when you look at Nvidia's chart, though, Nvidia on a yearly chart has had a pretty decent pullback into some support down here. The support is really at $100 a share, and that's like a milestone level as well, I think, like right here. But, you know, I think we're getting closer to that spot, and I think anything can happen here. I just think there's risks doing anything with it. So I just think you got to be really, really careful with all this, with the risks that are currently there. Nvidia has tons of gaps below. Yeah, there's a lot of room on the downside for sure. But there's a lot of potential upside action too. The question is, how influential is AI? If AI really is that next big thing, we should be okay, unless we're in a 2001 like internet bust scenario. You know, again, to go back to history, in 2000 we had the .com crash. It took 7 years for us to get back, you know, and took longer than that for a lot of stocks to get back towards highs. So that was one of the longest bear markets in history. In hindsight, again, the internet was that big technology that was influential and crazy and useful. And so, you know, the internet was that tech to invest in at the time, but it didn't matter. We still had one of the longest bear markets, you know, in a long time. So the question is, how influential is AI? And can AI catch up to the valuations is the real question. And I don't know. You know, I really don't know. We got a small cushion heading into the open bell, guys. We got 3 minutes until the opening bell. But that's the big question. Big if. I don't know. We'll see. I hope we show something positive. But yeah. The reality is, the longer you hold something, the more likely you are to make money. So you should be fine, but, you know, we'll see. It's, at least if we're talking blue chips. Outside of blue chips, it's completely different. But all right, guys. 2.5 minutes until the opening bell. The Jolts report comes out in 3 minutes. Nvidia pulling back heavy here. I wouldn't short this, but we're gonna wait in the open. Let the opening bell play out. Too much risk. No, AI is incredibly useful. I use it regularly. Again, I think a lot of people have confirmation bias. You know, we got a lot of YouTubers that have predicted a market crash literally every single year for 6, 7, 8 years. You know, so like even if we do crash, we're still going to be above the levels that they predicted the crash initially at. You know, so like, again, you got a lot of YouTubers pushing doom and gloom because it gets more clicks. And again, they're almost always wrong, right? Like the market is up wildly over the past few years. And so following somebody that always pushes a crash and then is wrong about it consistently is silly, I think. Maybe we crash, but who knows when. All right, so the NASDAQ composite reached all-time highs in March of 2000. By April, the index started to fall rapidly. The following month, following April, that's when everything started to crash. October 9th is when the NASDAQ composite hit its low. So we basically downtrended for 2 years when the NASDAQ composite hit lows in October of 2002, right? It still took long to get back up to highs. A long time. All right, guys, we got 45 seconds. 45 seconds. We got about 500 people here live. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Yes, there's big news today. We got the Jolts job opening report at 10 a.m. It's expected at 8.02 million. Last time we showed up at 8.14 million. You know, vote on the poll. Let me know how you feel. Currently on the poll, we asked people, does it come in higher or lower today? 59% think higher. 41% think lower in this report. So, yeah. Where's gold? All right, so there's the opening bell. Ding, ding, ding. There's the opening bell. Nvidia now under the previous closing price. Under the previous close into the opening bell. Nvidia now at 111.50s, chat. 111.50s. A lot of corrections starting to happen now. Somehow my portfolio is even more green, though. Google at 17s. So Google looks good. I'm going to take some off of Google here. All right, so we just scalped a little bit in Google. Took it off. Let's take a little bit more off here. Oh my gosh, I just added short. Oh no. Alright, somehow I ended up making my Google position work. But I ended up having to accidentally cut it. So I ended up making $40 accidentally shorting 100 shares of Google just now. And now I'm just going to buy back my long position. Oops. Hey, it ended up working out for me, but still, man. I accidentally shorted 100 shares. I didn't mean to. Honestly, I want to be long. I'm a bull in Google. We just got lucky with the opening bell volatility playing out. Nvidia's starting to rise here. SoFi's starting to rise up, too. Look at that. Yeah, oops. You know, hey, listen. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And that was definitely this morning. SoFi pumping up, though. Look at SoFi. It's at 780s. We're going to get ready to start day trading here. We're up at our day trading account here as well. AMD, Nvidia starting to rise, too. Get this study off the screen. There we go. SoFi pumping, though. Nvidia's still flat. Again, I think we're going to get choppiness. So what are we up? We're up short term. I'm going to short. And then maybe add to the short up here. But it's still pretty close to the opening bell. All right, we took half of the short off. We got one contract left. We'll just play with this. Again, I'm thinking we're going to get choppiness into the Jolts report today. So we're up a little bit the last couple minutes, so and it looks like we might be wrong on this breakout. Now we're correcting and coming all the way back down. Now we're green. All right, we're out. We're up 50 bucks. Small little trade. Look at SoFi, guys. SoFi is running. It's at 790s. We're up hundreds on the day now somehow. Top 3 luckiest trader. Where's Tesla at? I'm in Tesla too. Yeah, I mean Tesla's down. It's not a shock though. Like Tesla's up huge on the last like week straight. It's a big. I'm gonna short now. We're gonna start to take larger size. We got a little cushion on the day, at least a small cushion first. So we got 4 contracts here. Very larger position. Again, we're gonna look for chop corrections. All right, now we're almost flat. We took half off there, locked it in. We're up another $40. Gonna let the rest ride. All right, so we're out. So we're up about 100 bucks on the day now. Shorting the top of this range here. We're gonna see how big the range is though. SoFi's still purging up here. So SoFi almost up to $8 a share. And again, the question is how big is the range? If we drop enough, we will buy the range. The question is how big is the opening range? Right? Tesla's falling down to 228. SoFi's still churning up, trying to hit $8 a share. And again, I'm pretty green on the day. Disney is nicely green too. We're actually green in Disney. Disney back up to $93 a share. All right, we'll take some profit, I guess. All right, we took some more off up there. We'll take it. All right, so now we're chopping back. Again, very choppy opening bell, guys. We got 25 minutes until the Jolts report drops. 25 minutes. And again, the thesis of the day, we're up about 100 bucks. The thesis of the day is, will we get choppy behavior leading into Jolts? I thought yes. So far, that's what we've gotten. All right, we're going to short the top, see if we can keep attacking this chop. 2 contracts here. See if we can break $100. We got the Jolts report today. All right, we're going to take half off there. Looks like it was a good move to get out half because now we're down. We're gonna have to just cut that. So we lost a little bit. Again, we got a nice little cushion though. as we push higher, we're going to look to short. Rejecting right at the top of that range. SoFi finally having somewhat of a pullback here, like somewhat of a dip. Maybe we should have stayed in that short. We would have made money. All right, we're back up to the top. Nvidia now rising here, so this might give a market a big push. Nvidia up to 112s. All right, we're going to short, but it's risky short. There we go. Better. Take half off there. Lock it in. Maybe add to this. It's super indecisive day, in all honesty. We got 2 contracts here. I don't know what I want to do with this, though. We're very flat and choppy, though. I'm going to cover this. This looks too strong. We only got a limited amount of time to take advantage of the choppy Jolts report, too. All right, so we got 3 contracts here. We're going to take our largest risk if this pushes up some more. All right, we got 4 contracts here. Largest position today. All right, we took half off, locked it in. 2 contracts left. We will add right back to it, though, but... All right, we're going to add right back to this and see if we reject at the top again. The Jolts report does come out today. The job openings report, chat. It comes out in about 22 minutes. I don't mind taking a risk here and playing with it, but... We're now at the top of the range. See if we can correct. There we go. We're back to flat. All right, taking half off, locking it in, taking another piece off here. We might add back to this one too. Yeah, we'll go ahead and try. 2 contracts. We'll add another 2 to it too if we get back into the green. Very flat market right now. We're gonna add a little bit more. We have 4 contracts again. All right, there we go. Boom. Added to that. Take another piece off here. We're up 100 plus again. 2 contracts. Take another piece off. All right, so we're up about $120 right now. Again, attacking chop. Now we have about 21 minutes until the Jolts report. About 21 minutes. This is our period of time. Again, what are we getting at the opening bell, chat? What did I tell you we would get at the opening bell? Anybody? Does anybody know what I said we would get at the opening bell? We would get choppy behavior today. What do we have? We have down, up, down, up, down. Choppy behavior. It feels good to have my strategy confirmed like this. I think it's a powerful strategy. A lot of people underestimate it because of its simplicity, as well as it's not the most exciting strategy. But again, it's the biggest thing in trading, guys, is predictability. All right, what is this strategy and system? It's freaking predictable, you know. And I think that's the bias people have to look at this thing under. And who knows? The easy part about this as well, right? The easiest part about this system is that, like, you have a range. The easy part is that if we break underneath this, very easy stop loss, very easy exit. So when you're wrong, it's super obvious and self-evident. And so yeah, so far so good. I don't want to celebrate too early here, but yeah, the Jolts report drops in about 20 minutes. We'll see what happens. We got about 500 people here. Yeah, it's super. Again, the easiest way to put it is that it's freaking predictable. You know, if something's this predictable, I gotta take it. You know. All right, we're back to the top of this range again. Now we're on a 5-minute chart here, so I think a 1-minute chart might actually be easier to trade. Let me see. I want to tame the time frame. We'll leave a 5-minute chart up. It's fine. Did Soundhound? Hey, I got good news. I'm in Soundhound. I'm still red on it, but hey, it's better. AMD flying up. Yeah, we're up hundreds on the day, portfolio-wise. We're in Meta. It looks pretty good, too. All right, cool. We're in Disney. Disney looks good. All right, we're pushing up. Yeah, look at Microsoft and NASDAQ churning up. All right, we're going to short the very top of this. Half off. 2 contracts. There we go. I wonder what my accuracy rate is today. All right, we're up about $140 on the day here. I'm curious about my accuracy today. I want to see it. Okay, so we are roughly 70% accurate this morning, 70%. And a lot of this is because we're adding to positions and covering positions outside of our, like, we're covering positions, but some of them are slightly considered red. I think my real accuracy is higher. And again, if you want to see my profit graph trading the system that I've been building, this is it right here. So not too bad. I'll take it. A lot of profit there too. We're net most of that. Nvidia just break it down here. A lot of stuff might correct and turn. Soundhound is up a lot today. Disney's pumping up. All right, guys, we got 15 minutes until the Jolts report goes live. 15 minutes. All right, so we're back down to the bottom of the range. Man, the market has given us very choppy, very neutral activity today. Like, here's a 1-minute chart. Look at how choppy this has been. Can you guys see this? Let me make sure. We're back to the bottom of the range here. We might start buying stuff up now. Depends on how weak everything starts to look. But Nvidia is starting to turn under 110. So this is the only thing that might stagger the system. Is look at Nvidia's massive, massive breakdown here. SoFi starting to bounce back too. So again, we're at the bottom of the range here. So like, if we do get choppy behavior, you know, this is the time to buy. I'm not telling you to buy it. I have no idea what you should do. Genuinely no idea. But again, if we're gonna get choppy behavior, like we're right at the bottom range here. I'm not confident enough in it right now, to be honest. The reason I'm not confident enough in it is because Nvidia's sudden like dump. Like my portfolio is actually still pretty nicely green, but Nvidia again just. Yeah, falling fast. I don't want to get stuck in that, to be honest. All right, so big fall for Nvidia. I'm gonna buy this up now, but it's risky. right, we're still up $100 on the day. But again, I let my overzealousness. Are you leaning bearish? Yeah, so that's what I said. I didn't want to buy up the bottom because I was bearish short term. I should have stuck in with the strategy. We're still up hundreds, but still. Got to be disciplined here. Still up in Pfizer, too. Pfizer's now really green as well. Nike's bouncing back a lot also. And look, there's the bounce back, too. The real scary part for me is Nvidia. Nvidia's down a lot. So again, and I think the biggest chance of a market crash right now, to be honest, is the biggest chance of a market crash is if Nvidia here comes all the way down to under $100 a share. Right? If that happens, if Nvidia right here does that, the whole market's going to dump with it. You know, and that's the ultimate risk. See, there we go. So look, the choppy strategy would have worked here too. How are you guys doing today? You guys red or green? Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Apex. Apex is what I'm day trading on today. Great way to limit your risk. If you want to day trade, try out a funded account program. There's limited risk. If you lose, it's not the end of the world, and it's really one of the most powerful ways to learn how to day trade. Almost all day traders lose thousands of dollars in the beginning when they first get started. It makes absolutely no sense, with all that said, to risk thousands of dollars as a brand new day trader. Instead, for $40 a month, you can try the 25K challenge on Apex. If you lose, you're out $40. It's not the end of the world. If you pass it, you get 25K in funding with a 90% split, and they pay out hundreds of millions of dollars to their traders. Again, what they're going to do is they're going to give you a demo. And if you can hit the target on that demo, the base one's 25K. Again, it's about $35 if you use my link. They're going to give you a 25K demo. If you can make 1,500 on it without losing 1,500 first and following their rules, they fund you 25K with a 90% split. So it's similar to putting the money up yourself in that regard. But if you lose, you're only out $35. It's a great way to learn how to day trade. Most day traders are going to lose here as well because most day traders just simply lose. I'm not even claiming to be a good trader. But it's a lot cheaper than putting up 5K and losing that, which is what most day traders end up doing. And so again, if you want to check them out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. Use coupon code BT. Beginner trading will get you the max discount. We're right at the bottom here, so I might buy this up. There's also a risk of buying right at the bottom. If we get a low at the day break, it's bad, but we have a cushion, so we'll play with it. There we go. All right, so we're out. So yeah, we're back up. So we just got the bottom dip. Again, I think we're gonna get choppy action. SoFi starting to bounce back too. Yeah, you got to be long-term in most of your capital, right? But, you know, over time, you can build up a good portfolio. I'm in Southwest, too. I'm still green in Southwest. I'm in Meta, also. We're in a lot of stuff long-term that we've been profitable on. All right, guys, the job report's coming here, chat. The job report's coming. So you guys red, green? So someone's saying short entry was sloppy, but up 1.5K. 106.36 is a strong level for Nvidia. Yeah, I mean, I think extension on the downside is definitely there for Nvidia. So I think it's part of, like, we just got to look at it objectively and understand we're at the bottom range. Leading into the Jolts report, it's very probable of choppiness. After the Jolts report, it doesn't matter. And I think with the Fed meeting tomorrow, we're going to get added choppy pressure. So we're going to get more people not knowing what to do and being indecisive here. But again, we might crack lows here. Again, I'm not really trading. There's too much bear pressure for me here. But I think there's a big chance. Again, I'm not trading. I'm not telling you what to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to preface everything with no idea what I'm going to do and no idea what this is going to do. There's too much bear pressure. But I think eventually we're going to come back up like this leading into the Jolts report, most likely. So that's my guess, is eventually we're going to do that. Again, I might be wrong. Do not copy me. Not an investment professional. But I think, like, yeah, there we go. Look. We'll see if I'm right, but I think eventually we're going to get moving forward. It depends on how much we break down first, though. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we rebound into Jolts? Looking at our poll numbers, we got 300 plus votes. 58% think Jolts comes in higher than expected. What do you guys think that means? If Jolts report does show up higher than expected, do you guys think the market likes or dislikes that? That would signal more economic growth, but ultimately more inflation problems as well, right? So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think it's good or bad for that to come in higher than expected? Look, there's the rebound. Again, it doesn't mean anything, though. There's a lot of pressure here. Nvidia is going to be an influence, like, right? So, like, I think we're going to bounce back. But if Nvidia cracks lows and dumps down here ahead of the Jolts, it doesn't matter. This thing's probably going to drop with it. So, we'll see if my little prediction is right. But you think the market dislikes it? Higher Jolts. Yeah, so higher Jolts does signal less need to cut rates, right? So if you're one of those people that are really pushing for rate cuts or really want interest rates to go down, a higher Jolts report would signal less likelihood, like a lesser probability of that, you know? All right, guys. So again, Nvidia, we're testing lows. I might be wrong here. Again, don't copy me. Not an investment professional. But we'll see how predictable these moves are. I might put my money where my mouth is and buy a little bit of this ahead of the Jolts. Yeah, but I'll take a couple contracts here. We'll take half off there, lock it in. You only got one now. I don't know if I'm going to add to it, though. There we go. We got 2 contracts now. All right, we just took half off. There we go. Now we're flat. 2 contracts. Took another half off. All right, we're out. So yeah, we're back up to being up 130, 140 bucks. I think we're gonna bounce back leading into the Jolts report, and there we go. We're starting to. So with stocks, VLO, it doesn't matter, right? So with stocks, nobody freaking knows, right? Now, anything could happen with stocks, right? Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. But right now, the market genuinely fears a couple different things, right? The market genuinely fears inflation. And what is more economic growth signal? It signals more inflation, right? But at the same time, I think the market also fears rate cuts right now. And so what does higher economic growth signal? Less of a need to cut rates in that regard as well. So I think it's nuanced. It's not as easy as saying, hey, if this happens, the market's going to do this, or if this happens, the market's going to do that. I think it really is up in the air, and the market could do either one of those things aggressively, right? I would guess the market still somewhat fears inflation, but the market also, I think it's a little, lately at least, it's been more back to convention. What do I mean by that? I think like lately the market has acted in a way in which it's more true to convention, meaning like economic growth is a positive thing, not a negative thing. You know, so higher jobs openings probably will evoke a positive response. But again, I might be wrong though. This is what, like right now it's a period where it's super middle ground, where some people really push for rate cuts because they think the economy is weak. Some people are really fearing inflation like me. Personally, I think more economic growth is a bad thing. You know, I think more economic growth signals more inflationary problems. But I also don't think we should cut rates, and I think a lot of people, mostly that work in lending, are trying to give you the argument of like, oh, we're in some type of super deep economic weakness, which we're not. And so if the Jolts report comes in lower than expected, you're going to have a bunch of people predicting market crashes trying to act like somehow that's some terrible, horrible sign for the economy and we should cut rates as fast as possible. And again, I'm pretty much against rate cuts right now. I don't think we should cut rates. I think instead we should wait. And again, looks like I'm wrong here unless we make some sudden rebound back up from Jolts. I thought we would bounce back up leading into Jolts, but so far Nvidia has been very, very flat over the last 10 minutes or so. And again, overall, like the stock market has come down a little bit. The NASDAQ has dipped a little bit here. We still have about 4 minutes left until the Jolts report drops, and so we still got some time. But yeah. Market is a bunch of algas horsing around. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think rates should not go down. I think the real estate market's already up dramatically in the last, like, 5 years. I think house prices have almost doubled, and so lowering rates to pander to real estate and lenders is a dumb idea, and it's just going to cause inflation to spike up another ridiculous amount, and then people are really going to be unhappy, and they're going to blame it on other things, but the real reason is because they're trying to stimulate the real estate market again when it's already up 100% on the freaking half a decade. It just doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't make any sense. All right, so again, you're wrong. Whoever said higher jolts is bearish for the economy. Higher jolts openings and labor turnover survey numbers generally signal a stronger economy. Increased job openings indicates that employers are confident about the future and expanding their workforce, which typically happens when the economy is strong. High jolts numbers suggest a tighter labor market where there are more job openings than available workers, end quote. So yeah, higher jolts is economic strength, not weakness. You might hear job openings and think that that refers to weakness, but again, that's wrong. That means that companies are hiring more and opening more positions. Anyways, Nvidia falling down. So again, it looks like I was wrong about my little directional prediction here. I thought we'd get more choppiness leading into jolts. We've already made our money from the choppiness we got at the opening bell here, but Nvidia's falling down to 108. This job report is going to be very important, very significant here. We're also going to throw it in sub-only mode as well, chat. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. We got a couple minutes left. I think we're going to get a bounce leading into this, but who knows, man. All right, so we're going to buy this dip, take some profit up here, and then play around with this. There we go. All right, so we're up about 140 bucks. Pretty small amount. I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but you can kind of see where the edge lies. Like, all right, so we got 600 plus people here. All right, guys, you ready? Jolts report expected again, chat. Jolts report expected at 8.02 million. We also have CB consumer confidence data. So both of these are very big reports. These are all ahead of major market tech earnings. There's the rebound that we wanted. It's a little too late though. We got 40 seconds left, guys. 40 seconds left. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. Chat, we appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Here, guys. 30 seconds. 30 seconds until jolts. $20 seconds, chat. 20 seconds until jolts. Start to bounce. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, let's see this. Here we go. Yeah, somebody asked the ECB. No, the ECB decision is not today. All right, guys, here we go. And there's the report. Jolts, CB consumer confidence came in higher than expected at 100.3. Higher than expected. Jolts numbers showed higher than expected at 8.18 million. Way higher than expected Jolts numbers. And again, so far we've reacted positively to this. Jolts job report showed up higher than expected here, chat. Higher than expected again at 8.18 million. Hit the subscribe button. We cover this data very quickly relative to everybody else. But again, the Jolts report showed up higher than expected. And we'll see what the implications of the market is. Again, Jolts report showed up at 8.18 million versus 8.02 million expected. The CB consumer confidence data showed up at 100.3 versus 99.7. But the Jolts report, again, higher than expected, 8.18 versus 8 million expected, previous of 8.14. So yeah, higher than expected Jolts report here, chat, higher than expected. CB consumer confidence also showed up higher than expected. Both of these things signal economic strength, not weakness, and ultimately less of a need to cut rates. So we'll see what the implications are for the market. Here is the data right here. Again, both of these things signal economic strength, right, not weakness, and less of a need to cut rates. Again, everybody pushing for rate cuts doesn't make any freaking sense. Like, I think it's hard for them to admit they're just trying to benefit themselves with better lending volume. But we should not cut rates. Like, this makes no sense. Like, why would we cut rates in a strong economy? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, yes, the people are going to argue, hey, if you think the economy's strong, you're crazy. And again, I don't think the economy is great. I think prices are up way too much, but cutting rates will make that problem much worse. It looks like the market might want a rate cut, and so this is what the market's turning on. But again, higher than expected signals more inflation problems is probably what this is. So higher than expected signals much more inflation problems. And again, the market is tanking right now. Chat, the market is tanking. Again, people seem to think, like, look, the economy's strong, but the market is not great. Things aren't all good. People are genuinely unhappy. Why are people unhappy? People are unhappy because prices have gone up way too much, right? And what does stronger economy signal? It signals higher prices, worse price problems. Inflation needs to get under control. We should not cut rates anytime soon. I wonder if this affects the likelihood of, I wonder if this affects the likelihood of, a September cut. Let's see. So again, here's a September cut predictions. Right now it's still okay. So this is July. Here's September. So in September, nobody's expecting a pause anymore. Everybody's expecting a cut. Here's 25 basis point cut. Here is a 50 basis point cut. 0.4% of people are expecting a 75 basis point cut, which would be ridiculous. But again, the Jolts numbers are out. I wanted to buy this up, but it looks like I'm a little bit too late here. I thought higher Jolts would be better for the market. I mean, again, as I said many times, I'm just throwing up some guesses. I have no idea. This report's very nuanced. Again, the reason the market would react negatively to economic strength like this is inflation fears, right? So if the market fears inflation, they're not going to want a higher Jolts report. Why? Because higher job openings, more economic growth signals what? It signals way more spending, and way more spending equals what, chat? It equals freaking inflation problems. And so with that said, the Jolts report showed up higher than expected. CB consumer confidence showed up higher than expected. And what was the consequence? Consequence was negative reactions in market, which means what? It means the market fears inflation right now. We should not cut rates in September. We just should not cut rates. It doesn't make any sense to cut rates in September. We definitely shouldn't cut rates tomorrow. But who knows what the Fed's going to choose to do. I could disagree or agree with anybody, but who knows what the Fed's going to choose to do. I just don't think it's time to cut. I think it's a bad decision to cut. I think it's risky to cut. We're going to take one contract here, play with it, add to it, take a little bit more off. We can bounce a little bit more and then cut it. So we're up 150 on the day. Just a question, how would rate cuts affect gold prices? Gold generally moves macro with the market, right? So I don't know. Rate cuts would give more people access to lending and investments in that regard, and maybe might negatively impact gold because more people are going to gravitate towards other forms of investments like real estate if rates are lower. But again, that's just a speculation. I don't know if that's normal for gold or not. Yeah, I don't know. And again, if you want to day trade with me, I am day trading on Apex right now. Again, this is a funded account on Apex, 50K funded account. And again, if you want to day trade like me, try out Apex. It's one of the most legit in the world. They pay out millions, fund thousands traders every year. They paid out almost $240 million to their traders in actual withdrawals, I think. They're a sponsor of mine, though. I'm biased because they pay me money, but it's just a great way to learn how to day trade. In my opinion, it's the best of both worlds. You got limited risk. If you lose the base one on Apex, you're out $35. You can also get the 150, 250, and 300K challenge for the same price, about $35 a month before tax. And again, you can kind of see this sale ends in a day and 13 hours. In a day and a half, this sale ends, right? And again, right now you can get the 25K, 150, 250, and 300K all for the same price. About 35 bucks if you use my link and coupon code BT. Again, you can kind of see how much they pay out. They've paid out over 250 million already. Over 250 million. They pay out. This is growing too. Almost 14 million a month in payouts. And so again, if you want to check them out, they are a sponsor. They pay me money. I'm biased because of it. Understand these rules, chat. But you can use my coupon code. Yeah, we're going to definitely be live later on today. For sure. Definitely going to be live later on today. All right, so we did get that big rebound. It just took a little time. Again, my accuracy on Apex today has been pretty good. And again, they're a sponsor of mine. I'm biased. They pay me money. I can't guarantee anything. You want to confirm it all with them first. But my accuracy rate has gotten pretty good today. Again, we are up. We're running 73% accuracy. Again, here's my graph. It could be better. We're like I said, we're up about 150. But yeah, today we have Microsoft, AMD. Yeah, definitely top three-ish traders in the world right now for sure. Where's AMC? So AMC has their earnings report. See, I was right about the rebound. It just took some time. AMC has their earnings report Friday, which is weird, you know. I got some stuff I got to do Friday. I'm going to try to cover it, but where's GameStop? I use a bunch of different sites, sources, resources, all that stuff, dude. Yeah, penny stocks, LUMN, running up a little bit. I'm not a big penny stock trader. I have 10,000 shares of LUM stock at 108. Should I sell or hold, bro? I'm not telling you what to do, PK. I have no idea what you should do. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. Always make your own assessment, trade responsibly, and all that good stuff. But if I'm up personally over 100% like you are in a penny stock, this thing is almost certainly not going to hold. Maybe it does. Maybe it runs up and makes crazy big gains. But again, I wouldn't bet on that. Most of these are going to fail long term. And so if you're up over 100%, I mean, if it was me, I'm taking profit personally. But again, that's just me. I have no idea what you should do. And I might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. So don't copy me. I have no idea what you should do there, dude. Good luck. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, chat. I appreciate it. You know, this really weird thing happened, though, since the CrowdStrike glitch, right? So we used to get all these scammers and bots that showed up in the comment section of every video I would post. There would be all these, like, weird scammers and bots. They're now gone, right? Like, I haven't had one of those scammers show up in weeks since the CrowdStrike thing, so something must have taken them out. Like shut them down or something. Yeah, I'm not telling you to sell. I have no idea what you should do, PK. But, you know, like I said, bro, if you're up 100% plus in anything, dude, I'm at least taking some profit personally. But again, that's just me. I don't know what you should do there. Yeah, FOMC meeting tomorrow. Again, not only that, but we got Microsoft tomorrow. We've got, yeah, we got Microsoft. We've got Microsoft and AMD earnings this evening, so it's crazy. You know, we'll see what we get, but big tech earnings should move things. Hush. Hush. My dogs won't be quiet. Sorry, guys. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at my dogs. Here, I'm going to have to go get them. All right, I'll probably close it down, guys. Listen, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. I love you all. Thank you so much for the live stream. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Again, check out Apex if you want to help support your boy here. Y'all be good. SoFi is still slightly green on the day. Not the most green, but hey, I'm basically flat in my position overall. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Y'all be good. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Y'all, again, check out Apex. Link is in the description. You want more info. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Have a great day, chat. Be back later on today. So later on today, we got Microsoft AMD earnings. So be ready. I'll see you guys.